Hi, this is Ilyamel with the Dark Awakening Adventure, Dungeons and Dragons, the intro part 1. We will have it about the adventure introduction, Splug the Goblin, which is going to help us, and, surprisingly, someone else in the background.
As you can see, I'm using the good reader for the story. So, Dark Awakening. And the interesting thing is that you can go quickly to any page. I even made some bookmarks. So bookmarks, of course, for example, to the help hero, which is Splug. So you see, we go to Splug. Here he is. You can zoom in with this good reader, so I don't need always my glasses. They call it a sidekick, so Splug is gonna help me in the story. He has some very interesting actions here. So for example, the one I like is the cringe one. I needed some time to figure it out, but Splug shrinks away from the combat, gain a +2 bonus to his defenses until the start of next turn, and an ally can make an at-will or charge attack as a free action in his stead. So this gave Anke the opportunity to use an at-will or charge attack instead of any action Splug was doing. So once I understood these effects, I made very well use of it, as you will notice in the game. Now, since Anke kind of used to be my favorite character, I a little bit got a bit scared to lose her. Yeah. So I made this character. I was intrigued in the, let's say, the core Dungeons and Dragons by these Dragonborn characters. And it made me thinking, and I thought could be making a paladin, but then I also wanted to make a sorcerer. And now you can combine this as a hybrid character. Of course, Dragonborn, you see him armed and wearing armor and weapons, and then in combination with a sorcerer, paladin sorcerer, we give him some restrictions. So I tuned this one in a special one. And he's gonna join up Anke and the Goblin Splug in this adventure. And I will probably use him as backup in order to avoid killing my favorite character. Anyhow, he is a rather strong character again. Strength 20, but I don't mean only strength strong, I mean all the different other scores. And in order to have him using some weapon in combination with his sorcery, I made a special dragon tooth flail. And this means it's a kind of standard flail, two-handed extra damage, but in the shaft of the flail it has a dragon tooth, kind of dragon tooth wand. And so that's where Afrodor, because that's how his name is, Afrodor, he can use this wand for his spells and as an implement. I also gave him chainmail, that's why he has the higher armor class. And of course, sorcerers cannot have any chainmails or other heavy armor. And so I kind of have Afrodor, which is raised by a dragon family, and he's got like a chain scale type of mail built from dragon scales. So it's not really like an armor, and it's still like in a kind of cloth way of thinking. And so when he is wearing this, he got this 21 armor class. He also has a head of disguise, and the head of disguise is because he wants to look like a human being. So most of the time he just have this head from many years ago, and he is using it to appear as a human being. He doesn't know anything about the other possibilities you can do with a head of disguise. Yeah, that's the basic things. Now to compensate extra nice interesting things he has, and also to join this with the sorcerer. I give him one bad property, which doesn't make things too easy for him. So since he's raised by a dragon family, he's never gonna fight dragons, or at least this would be against everything he knows to fight any dragon, even if this the evil's dragon D&D world. He's not gonna fight dragons. So that, I suppose, that compensates a little bit for the extra starting things he has. So he's gonna play in the background in the game just to rescue Anke if really needed.
So let's now go to the real intro of the game. So talk about play materials. I printed out some maps from the internet. They were nicely available in a PDF file. Then the next thing is to create a first level character. So that's Anke Dweige, which I already presented to you in the previous intro. Further, Splug will be referred as a hero, as well as Anke, so both will be called heroes. And then they talk about basic play, the tactics of the monsters, that you have to read all the details and so on. And then we go to the encounter format, and on the next page we see general advice on how to play the game, how to work with monsters, and so on and so on, and read carefully the things. And then I suppose in the next session we go to the real game.